Here we are at the Ald Velothi Harbor House in Vvardenfell. Going to do the interior only. Walk up to the inside here. Here we go. As you can see, it's empty, so what we want to do is we want to look at this furnished preview. And that's nice and cozy. And I like to start at the bottom of things and work my way up. Okay, there's some houses that do have little rooms off to the side, but this one doesn't. And we'll just start here. Rough stretcher military leaning up against this post, and underneath it is Dress Candles Mediation. Now looking around the back side, you see there's a little bit of room here, and we have common cargo covered, rough crate sealed, common barrel sealed, and right there some cute little common candles set. Some of these recipes are very easy to get from the NPCs in the game, and sometimes you do have to go and buy them from the auction houses. Well, I always like to start on the left wall and work my way around. So let's tiptoe over here to this light, and it is the Indoril Candelabra Shrine, and next to the Halalu bookcase orderly. A lot of those in Vvardenfell, and rough crate sturdy, and a cute little rough broom practical. I think someone's giving a hint. And the Veteran bench fungal cushion. Going around to the front door, this is kind of a complicated grouping. Let me see if I can catch everything here. Halalu cabinet of drawers clerk, and there is up above it the Veteran incense holder ceramic can, and next to it is Halalu boxes compact. Way back there behind it is Dress Cauldron floral banded. Now on the next shelf up is book row long, and there's two of them side by side, book row long. And the two pictures on top, let's see if I can get up there. Painting of tree refined, painting of waterfall refined. A little bit of the artsy here. The Indoril Candelabra Shrine is the light here on the floor, and I am standing on Dress Runner chains. And over here is Halalu cabinet of drawers clerk, and here's another grouping. Let's see, Dress Cauldron floral banded. Next to teapot common, and next to that is Ashlander platter ceramic. And it looks like that has a little cup or bowl already on it of some kind. On the next shelf up is book row long, and over here is book row long, and another book row long. So there are three of them, two of them side by side and one off to the side. And it is kind of difficult to get these items moved in. Now, let's see, painting of a desert refined, and on one side is painting of a forest refined, and on the other side is painting of tree refined. And I think that covers it for this wall. And over here we have the Halalu bookcase orderly, and we're not going to dive into the bedrooms just yet. I want to try to get around this room, and there are a lot of furnishings, but just so that you know, I am looking at the Indoril runner Almalexia. I promised I was going to work on that word. And the Indoril carpet Almalexia, Halalu in table formal turtle, and Veteran SETI sanded. And I'm going to catch this light because I'm not sure if it is part of the furnished or unfurnished Indoril sconce temple, and then Indoril candelabra shrine, and Veteran SETI sounded. And this is still that big long dress runner chains. And over here is the Indiro runner, Ald Velothi. And against that wall is Halalu bookcase, orderly. And this seems to be the divider here of a cooking area, but let's see what's under these stairs. They like to put crates and boxes, and right now this is the common cargo crate, dry, and over here is the rough crate, empty, and that is common cargo, covered right there. I don't know if there's anything else around the other side, but I want to try to stick with my plot here. Veteran sideboard display and dark elf counter bar, and that's kind of snugly put there. And let's just get inside this cooking area and squeeze here. The Halalu cabinet open, and nice cooking Indiro brazier knotwork, and oh, actually this is the cooking place, the Khajiit fire pit brick. And then another Halalu cabinet open with dark elf pot banded. And against this shelf, it looks like we actually have two pieces of furniture, or maybe that is one, but it's kind of intruding into the wall there, if you can see how deeply it's placed. Common counter island stall. So I guess that's one piece of furniture right there, but you can see how it's placed. And over here is the dark elf carpet ashen, and here is the Halalu sideboard scribes, and up hanging is the Halalu tapestry floral. And I would like to try to get a view of how far it's hanging from the wall, so you get an idea of where along those top boards that it is sitting. And you can see there's kind of a bracing board right there, a vertical board that it's in front of that. So if you tried to place that too deeply, you would see that vertical board would intrude upon it, and it doesn't look like you can see it through. So it's placed just right, about center of that beam up there. Over here on the bottom we have common counter island stall with a nice big old keg right there. I must like kegs full of unsweetened tea. Dark elf rug fungal with the veteran stool sanded, the veteran table formal turtle, and the Indral candle temple. And another veteran stool sanded, and over here a couple extra stools, veteran stool sanded, veteran stool sanded. And then here is, we can see the other side of this crate grouping, that there's nothing else hidden over here. And we do have an Indral candelabra shrine. And on this other wall is the Halalu bookcase orderly. We don't want to fall into the stairs pit down there. And in the middle of the room, kind of in front of this post, we have a dress rug chains with veteran bench fungal cushion, and a grouping here of the Halalu in table, formal scales, and Indral candle temple. And I would consider this about enough for scene 1. And for scene 2, I think that we will explore the downstairs sleeping chambers. Let's start with this one, and we'll go into scene 2 on that one. All right. Here we are at scene 2. We're getting ready to go into the first sleeping chamber, and going clockwise, veteran armchair fungal cushion, Halalu sideboard scribes, dress rug chains, veteran armchair fungal cushion, Halalu desk scholars, Halalu in table formal scales, Indral candelabra shrine. The Indral rug Vivek is slightly underneath the other rug, the dress rug chains. I've noticed ESO does like to overlap carpets a bit. Here's another halalu bookcase orderly. The halalus seem to be very studious people. Veteran table, formal, turtle, and a lovely painting, Velothi painting, oversized waterfall, one of my favorites. And last but not least is the veteran armchair fungal cushion. And here again is the Indral runner Almalexia. I'm getting a little better with that word. And we're going to go into the other sleeping chamber. And here's the other Indral runner Almalexia. Oh man, I shouldn't have bragged. Veteran armchair sanded on the left. And a sweet halalu chest secured with book stack decorative sitting right on top of that. Indral candelabra shrine, and sort of, I don't know how you might say it, some say catty corner, some say cattywampus, but at an angle, let's just put it that way, is the Dres rug chains and the veteran bed double pillow, the halalu footlocker secure, the halalu in-table formal scales, and a little cauldron, Dres cauldron floral banded right there. I'd hate to think what that is doing there on the side of the bed. I don't want to know. The Indral candelabra shrine with the halalu dresser open. Then going into a closet nook area is the Dres divider screen. And you have sort of twin wardrobes here, but in the very back is the halalu mirror standing, halalu wardrobe formal, right across from another halalu wardrobe formal. And it's not as far back in as you think it could go. It seems to be starting at where this vertical wall support beam is, and that's where this setting is sitting. And veteran settee sanded, and that does it for this room. And I think that what we can do is go ahead and include the stairs and this landing for scene 2. Up here is the Indral runner Vivek with the halalu footlocker secure. Just a few more pieces of furniture up here. The Dres rug chains rug here. The nice Indral candelabra shrine. To one side is the halalu in-table formal scales, the veteran bench sanded, and on the other side is the halalu in-table formal scales with Indral candle temple sitting on top, and that covers it for this landing with a very nice view of the downstairs. There is one more floor to go, and I will save that for scene 3. Well, here we are going to run up those stairs, and to start left, that would be kind of, which left do I start at? How about I inch back here and start with the halalu chest secure, and let's see, can we jump across? Yay, we jumped across. Halalu in-table formal scales. Now, here's another bunch of shelves, and they would be challenging to place the furniture in there, but the halalu cabinet of drawers clerk, and then deep inset, if I can get to it, is another halalu cabinet of drawers clerk, halalu cabinet of drawers clerk. Now, on the next shelf would be the same 3 halalu cabinet of drawers clerk, like what you have on the lower level, with a nice Indral candle temple. Now, it's going to be kind of hard to see if I can get painting of a forest refined, and Velothi painting oversized waterfall, and painting of a waterfall refined. And one of the things I found that I had to do, which was probably going, like what they say, going around the elbow to get to the thumb, is I found that I would have to place boxes of crates in front of these shelves. and jump on those in order to place the paintings higher up, or some of the other things that are on these shelves that are deeper in. I just could not reach them being in character standing on the floor. So I did find that it was always handy to carry extra boxes and crates with you so that you could use them to get higher up for placing things, especially in the manors and castles where there are tapestries hanging high up on the walls and they're not always easy to place. This is the Induril carpet Almalexia, and you can clap for me on that one if you'd like. Induril candelabra temple and halalu mirror standing. And I like this divider here, the Dres divider chains, halalu wardrobe formal. Now I want you to see how the rugs are laid out. Here we have the Dres runner chains, which we know is quite a long piece of carpeting, but it's going the long way along that wall, which, you know, makes it kind of nice. The Dres cauldron floral banded, and here's one of my favorite beds, the Vvardenfell bed canopy. And this carpet here is kind of overlapping the other one, the Dres rug chains. At the foot of the bed, you can see is the halalu footlocker secure. And here we go. I had been running around the house. I meant to walk slower. Halalu wardrobe formal. Kind of lost my sense of decorum there. Induril candelabra shrine. Now, I want to catch, what was this over here in the middle? Okay, that's the runner there. Let me get this veteran armchair, fungal cushion, and the halalu desk scholars. And I love this painting here. Painting of lakes sturdy. I like the colors. It's kind of a happy painting. And oh, that reminds me of the happy painting person, if you know who I'm talking about. Induril candelabra shrine and the Induril runner Vivek. Over here on this wall is a couple of other paintings. It is painting of cottage refined, painting of a desert refined. Halalu in table formal scales, Induril candle temple, and last halalu bookcase orderly. And yes, the halalus must spend a lot of time thinking what would Vivek do. And out here is the Ald Velothi Harbor balcony. Let's take a look at that. And here seems to be where we end scene 3 of our tour of the Ald Velothi Harbor House. And let's go back to the entrance, and here we are. I hope you enjoyed today's tour, and looking forward to seeing you come back again next time. Bye-bye.